What's going on, good people? This your boy Nada 2K in the world, back another NBA 2K25 MyTEAM video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get into it. So tonight I'll be doing a little bit of different content. All right. So I'm gonna start remixing some of the sets. They actually did most of these sets, like the Flash set, the Prime set. Those are older sets from like 2021, 2022. So we're gonna look at some of the players that were released back then, who I think 2K could have released this year, and overall just make the game better. All right, so I know this year with the Flash sets, they're only doing 4 cards, 2 opals, 1 dark matter, and 1 100 overall. I think it would be better if they included free pink diamonds, whether they want to do locker codes or just a challenge and you receive the player. So let's see who I think 2K should have added. And y'all let me know your comments or let me know your thoughts as well, all right? But the first player we're going to look at is small guard Nick Anderson. Now, this card is only a ruby card, but even if they wanted to drop him as just a diamond or pink diamond, I think that would be cool and upgrade his stats. But when he first released on in the Flash set, he was a really good budget card. They used to have a mode called Limited, all right? And he was one of my favorite limited cards, similar to how salary cap is right now. You can use these cards. You can use this card as a budget card, and I think he would be relatively cheap, and I think people would like him as a card as well. All right. So we had Nick Anderson there. Another card I think that 2K could have added was this guy right here on Juan Hernan Gomez. And I think he was in the Netflix movie with Adam Sandler. I can't remember the name of it right now. But it was a really good movie where he was like a basketball player that played overseas and then had a chance in the NBA. All right, I think this is the same guy. I think he played for the Celtics at the time. But anyways, I think this would be another good budget card, budget option. And you can start these players off at a diamond, evo them to a pink diamond. They can be challenges, locker codes, whatever, just something free and something instant for players to receive. And he was 6'9", so he would probably play at the small forward position. He has hot spots from everywhere. Overall, just a good to decent card, nothing too crazy. All right. One thing about 2K is that they have to remember too that players want things instantly and also things further along down the road. So if you do complete all the Flash challenges, you will get a free 99 Dark Matter card. But players want something right away. All right. And I think with the challenges, they're not super hard. So that's cool, but it's like you're not really getting anything right now. And I think that should definitely change, all right? So we looked at a couple Ruby cards. Then we're going to look at a few Diamond cards as well. One Diamond card that I think that they could have released would have been Kevin Durant. Now, I know he just came out with an Invincible card. But I think if you just drop him as a diamond, I think people would like that as well. That way you can use some of your favorite players in the game mode, all right? So even if they just dropped a diamond Kevin Durant, I would take that. I think that would be cool as well, all right? And then here, another diamond card that was actually really good during the time was on Robert Reed. All right, he played for the Rockets back in the day, but his player build was really good. He's a bigger shooting guard, 6'8". You can look at his badges, look at his stats, and you can see he was a relatively a good to decent card. Very quick jumper, Kevin Durant lower base, Rudy Gay upper. I mean, this card was really good just as a diamond. So even if they gave him out for free, so like each Tuesday they could say, hey, complete these challenges, you get a free retro card. All right, you could do Tuesday flashbacks or whatever. And then that way people have something to look forward to as they play the game. But Robert Reed was a really good diamond card as well. And then another card I thought was actually pretty good was this guy right here, Jeff Petrie. And I think he played for the Blazers. He has a 6'4". So he was actually a really good defensive card, if I'm not mistaken. He was a surprisingly good card with a really good jumper, good animations, and also good to decent driving dunks, all right? So we looked at a couple diamonds, looked at a couple amethysts, and then another guy that was actually really good with this guy here, Chuma Okeke. I'm not sure if he still plays in the league or not. But this card was a really good budget card in the game. And I just think, just putting different players doing different things in the game would make the game a lot more exciting, all right? So we got that. Now for the pink diamonds, I only want to talk about 2 people, all right? But the main guy I want to talk about is Malik. Man, this pink diamond card was really, really good when he came out. He's a budget Kawhi Leonard. We know Dark Matter Kawhi is probably the best shooting guard in the game right now, at least top 3. But pink diamond Malik Sealy, if you were not able to afford a Kawhi Leonard card at that time, this would be the perfect card for players to pick up and add to their teams, and he would be relatively cheap. All right, but he was like a Kawhi Leonard clone, 3 and D. But man, this card was really, really good. I was hoping that they released him already. I think there's going to be probably 2 more flash sets, so hopefully they will release him and we'll be able to play with them in the game. But 2K, hear me out. Please add this card in the game. Give them out for free, whatever you need to do. But you want to go back retro, add the retro players, all right? And then we're going to see here on Richard Dumas. Now, this card right here was a really, really sneaky good card. You see 6'7", wingspan 7'4", and this card could do everything, all right? 94 speed, he could shoot the 3 ball, he can dunk, he could defend. And everybody's like, well, who's Richard Dumas? Well, we found out real quickly that he was a very, very good card in the game. And I would like to see him added back into the game as well. Play for the Phoenix Suns. And man, this card was awesome, all right? So we went over the pink diamonds. And now we're going to look at some of the opal cards. So I'm hoping that we see a new Jimmy Butler card. All right, maybe they make him 100 overall. Whatever they do, add him in the game, make him a Golden State Warrior. You know, I think he's number 10 right now. He had a big game last night. We see him take over. All right, but Jimmy Butler always plays well. In my team, always a fan favorite card. So I would love to see Jimmy Butler added back into the flash set. All right, another card is Hakeem Olajuwon. Now, more likely they will make him 100 overall. So, you know, you may not be able to add him to your team, but just adding him back in as the lead player or lead card in the pack. They've been doing a lot of super packs. I'm okay with it, even though I am a no money spent player. I believe that super packs are still good for the game. You get guaranteed cards for your money. Then also the auction, it also affects the auction house and makes some cards a little bit cheaper than they normally would. But I would love to see 100 overall Hakeem added. All right. And then last but not least, my boy with the plan, Paul George. So he originally had an opal card in the Warp Zone set. So I think, you know, even if they want to drop him as the Dark Matter or the 100 overall, I love Paul George cards. In my team, he's always a fan favorite. So definitely adding him back into the game as the lead card would definitely be a huge, would actually increase 2K's profits. People will definitely open on the flash packs that have more incentives. But then also not forgetting the budget players and also on the mid-level players as well that do spend a little bit, but they don't spend a whole lot of money in the game. So y'all let me know your thoughts about this content. Let me know if you like these remixes to some of these sets and some of these releases. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and please leave your comments down below. Leave a comment and you will receive a shout out. Thank you and God bless.